Okay, I'm going to do a little walk around tour and review of the Sandya10 SCM sander, kind of a review of the controls and things like that. And I'll break it into several little videos here to refer to. So the first thing we're going to do is turn on the control voltage power, or not control voltage, but the power, which is accessible through this side panel door even when it's closed. And when we step back to the front, hit the control voltage power down here. And these digitals, this is the thickness, the opening of the bed. This is the speed of the feed mat, which isn't running right now. And if we have an emergency stop pushed, like this, we won't get the control voltage. So the places to check for these are compressed air has to be on the machine. This switch has to be turned and out, and then it'll let you power it up. This gate right here stops just the feed mat. There's also an e-stop in the back, up in the button there, and there's one at the top of the door as well. So if this side door is open, the other end, if that door is open, it won't work. So it's compressed air, e-switches front and back. Sorry about that. The other thing is these belts have to be in the up position. So the belt has to be on, and it has to be about the center. It's got to be in the up position. The reason is on the other end there's a little fork. Let me show that in here. There's a limit switch. It's this one right here, and it's kind of a V. So if the belt goes up too high or down, it pushes this little limit switch for the end. And there's one on each end of the belt. Only the brackets on the belt ends. There's another one right here. So the belts do have to be on. This is a single motor machine, so both belts have to be on, because when the motor starts, it's going to run. It's going to run in both heads. So once all those things are in place, then we can hit control voltage. Again, anytime we hit an e-stop, any of those switches, it knocks us out. Control voltage, and if it doesn't stay lit up here, like in this case, the switch wasn't out. Do this again. Now the digital thickness for the opening stays lit in the feed. So that's it for the control panel. We're going to come back and use it here in a second. But the other thing is this key opens with this special little lock here. Turn that counterclockwise. You can unscrew it. You can open up this panel. The reason I'm showing you this is down here, these are the limit switches for the bed height. So right now the bed is up pretty close. When it gets high enough, this is how you can limit where the bed stops. And its minimum thickness, this one's for its maximum thickness. The rod behind it, and the little air cylinder looking thing, is for setting our thickness, calibrating it. So up here it says 759.759, just over 3/4 of an inch. If we sanded a piece, measured it with a caliper, and it didn't come out to 759, we can loosen this 10mm nut right here, turn this rod slightly while watching the digital readout to get it to read what the part really is, and then lock this back up. And it's pretty sensitive, so keep in mind though, when you're running that part, if you run a 6-inch piece and take off 20-30 thousandths and you don't change anything, you know that it'll take off another 4 thousandths for several passes. So usually what I do is sand it 6-inch wide piece, set it at an inch or whatever it is, make this accurate, but keep in mind, you know, that if you kept sanding that piece, then it's going to measure different than this readout is. So you can get it pretty close though. That's it for the review there. I'll start another one.